morning, students. Today we will discuss about a very important theorem which will be helpful for you for the next year also. And the name of the theorem is what? The midpoint theorem. And it is basically related with exercise 8.2 also, midpoint theorem. Now let me explain you first what the theorem is about, and then we will go for its derivation. Theorem is about that in a triangle ABC, sorry, A, B, C, if P is the midpoint of AB, okay, P is the midpoint of AB and Q is the midpoint of AC. Also PQ is parallel to BC. Clear? So what is the theorem is about? That is, in triangle ABC, P is the midpoint of AB and Q is the midpoint of AC. It is given as well as we can write that if P is the midpoint of AB, so what we can come to know that AP is equal to PB is equal to half AB, that we know, 1 by 2 AB. Same way AQ is equal to QC is equal to half AC. The same way this PQ is also equal to half BC. What will write? Therefore PQ is also equal to half BC, as well as PQ is parallel to BC. So that is what the midpoint theorem we have to prove. Clear? So you can see the full view now. That is, in a triangle AB, P is the midpoint of AB and Q is the midpoint of AC. So AP or PB is half of AB and AQ or QC is half of AC. So same way PQ is also half of BC and PQ is parallel to BC. But how PQ is parallel to BC, we can derive it by a theorem. Okay, we are going to derive now theorem 8.9. Now what is theorem 8.9? That is, the line segment joining the midpoint, of two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side. Very interesting theorem. That is, the line segment joining the midpoint of the two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side. That we have to prove. So let's have a diagram here. Triangle A B C. Clear? A B C. So we'll write here given or data. In data we'll write that triangle ABC is given, and suppose these are the 2 points E and F are the midpoint. So what you have to prove? That EF is half of BC and EF parallel to BC. So what you have to prove here? We have to prove that EF is parallel to BC. So let's write down proof now. In proof we'll write down, in triangle ABC, in triangle ABC, E and F are the midpoints of sides AB and AC respectively. Okay, E and F are the midpoints of AB and AC respectively. So now what we can say here, that AE is equal to BE is equal to half AB, and AF is equal to FC is equal to half AC. That we are done. Now what we'll do for extra here, that constructing CD parallel to AE. Okay, can you see here, CD parallel to AE and CD is equal to AE, as well as we will join here, it is what, F and D. So we are the two triangles, triangle AEF and triangle FCD. So let's verify a congruency in the two triangles. In triangle AFE and triangle CFD. Can you see two triangles AFE and CFD? Okay, we can write here EAF, angle EAF. See here properly, it is A. Okay, so we have EAF is equal to angle FCD. What is the reason? Angle FCD. The reason is alternate angle. Same way we can write angle AEF like this. Angle AEF is equal to FDC. AEF is equal to FDC. The same reason, alternate angle. Dear students, the proof is not given properly in your textbook, so please follow it and maintain it, because it is an important theorem. The next is what, AE is equal to CD. It is given AE equal to CD. That is what given, or you can write here proved above. So what we can see, that angle side angle, this angle, this is included side and angle. Once again, this angle included side and this angle. So we'll write here, therefore triangle AFE congruent to triangle CFD by ASA criteria. So what we can say here, we have proved that angle side angle criteria. So we can say that EF is equal to FD. We'll write therefore EF is equal to FD. Can you see here, EF is equal to FD and FA is equal to FC. It is what, by CPCT. And AF is equal to FC is given to us. We are just proved over. Okay, AF is equal to FC. So we can say that if FD is parallel to BC, since FD, can you see here, FD is parallel to BC. Okay, FD is parallel to BC. Therefore, what is FD equal to? FD equal to EF. So we will write therefore EF is also parallel to BC. Clear? That is what our requirement, hence proved. It's a very simple theorem. Only wanted to prove that we have to prove EF is equal to FD. This is what our requirement. Okay, EF is equal to FD. Okay, it means that we can add one more thing, that is what F is midpoint of AC as well as F is the midpoint of AC as well as ED. So that's enough now. Therefore, if FD is parallel to BC, therefore EF is also parallel to BC. It means that what? The whole line becomes parallel. Clear? So this is what our theorem. Okay, 8.9, very important theorem. I am just holding the camera now. You can see the full view. Nothing is there. First of all, we have to write the given part. Then we have to select the two triangles. Two triangles are equal. Then simply you can write EF is equal to FD. When you write EF is equal to FD, F will become the midpoint of AC and F will become midpoint of ED. So if FD is parallel to BC, what I have written here, since FD is parallel to BC, EF is also parallel to BC, which is our requirement. Okay, so for the next segment, if we'll meet there, we'll use midpoint theorem. So till you prepare this, okay.